Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch video. Today we've got a lot of awesome topics for you guys, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So according to GameStop, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild might release alongside the Nintendo Switch this March. So GameSpot was reporting on this and they said following a report that claimed that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild might not launch alongside the system in March, GameStop has now suggested that maybe it will launch alongside the Nintendo Switch in March. So, as part of the retailer's latest earning report today, GameStop listed The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild as a title that it's preparing for the first quarter of the calendar year 2017, which would mean January to March. Now, the slide where this is mentioned was titled Focused Marketing Calendar, which could only mean that GameStop will be beginning, as far as marketing goes, marketing action at that time. However, during the earnings call, GameStop management suggested that the properties mentioned on the slide pertain to when the product will actually release. And as you can see here, you can see the calendar. It's also listed in Q1, Mass Effect Andromeda, Injustice 2, as well as Ghost in a Shell. So according to Nintendo, there's just a brief 2017 as far as Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, so we really don't know what's going on, but there's information that's going to release in June. There's information that's going to be a launch title at this point. Emily Rogers also said that she feels the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild could be delayed based on some of the stuff that she's been hearing. We have to wait and see as far as the official word from Nintendo, probably at their January 12th reveal event that they're having for the Nintendo Switch. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next story here, and this one is also very funny and interesting, and the reaction from hardcore Wii U fans was freaking funny. So, Lego City Undercover will be coming to the Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One this March, so it will be a launch title for the Nintendo Switch. It wasn't even a launch title for the Wii U, so that's really interesting, and you had a lot of people starting to cry and complain about this, and mainly the people, the culprits, were really like hardcore Nintendo Wii U fans. I wouldn't say Nintendo fans in general, I would just say hardcore Wii U fans, the ones that are complaining that, oh, well, there's too many ports, I already bought these games, and they're really only thinking about themselves, and they're not thinking about the benefits that having amazing games like Smash Bros and Splatoon and all these games for the millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of people who didn't buy the Wii U. They're not thinking that way. They're only thinking about themselves, which is fine. If you want to be selfish when it comes to what you want in a system, that's fine. You're spending your hard-earned dollars on it. But once again, I have to say this. Lego City Undercover took a long time to sell 1 million units. It was a very slow and long burn, long grind. And if this game was going to come to PS4 and Xbox One anyways, then what's wrong with it coming to the Nintendo Switch? There's absolutely nothing wrong with it coming to the Nintendo Switch, and it's fine. It's another great game that's going to be on the system from day one, because there was 13.5 million Wii U's sold, right? And more than 12 million people did not buy that game on the Nintendo Wii U. So there's nothing wrong with them putting this game out there again. And once again, I have to stress over and over, guys, this is a benefit to the Nintendo Switch to get amazing games, because like I said, many people did not buy the Nintendo Wii U and did not buy these games. You have to look at it from a business standpoint. I keep on telling this, and there's some people who are just like, but I already played. Then don't buy it then. I understand. You want new games, and trust me, there will be new games. There will be new games, but there's definitely going to be the best games in order to fill those gaps and to get people who didn't buy the Wii U, which was millions upon millions, to buy it. And I really, honestly, I don't want to hear the, oh, well, if you want the game, go buy a Wii U. No. The Wii U is still $300, and it is a dead system at this point. There's not going to be many more games for it afterwards. Why would you spend $300 of your dollars on that when you can buy a Nintendo Switch and get them enhanced? I also have to add that if you're more online centric and you like online gaming, the fact that the Nintendo Switch is going to have a better account system, and probably all of these titles are going to be enhanced with new features and better online that surpass the Wii U, is another reason why to buy them on the Nintendo Switch. Guys, I like Wii U games, it's okay, but some of these games on the Wii U, especially some of these ports, could really be better on the Nintendo Switch with improved online and with normal controls, not being tethered to the gamepad for certain things, guys. That's just a fact. The gamepad has just been rejected. So that's the reason why we're seeing these ports, and that's the reason why they're going to keep coming, because the Wii U was such an astronomical failure. So that's that. I don't know why people are complaining. It's very basic business sense and logistics. You look at all the money Nintendo invested into these Wii U games, and the fact that they underperformed because the system didn't sell, That's ridiculous. I mean, put them out on your next system that's actually going to be alive and have good online. So a Chinese translation from Foxconn for the people who are putting together the Nintendo Switch apparently leaked out a bunch of information in Chinese. Now this information was then taken, translated, then re-put back out with potentially some errors. So this is what they had to say on Reddit about what I'm going to tell you guys. Below are all the little Chinese translations from the post at Badu Tibai, a Chinese forum. I probably said that wrong. A guy with the nickname FJ8885 claims he is working at Foxconn at Yantai, China. According to the address showed up in the app, he does send the posts from there, so this might add a little bit of credibility. Below might be some potential spoilers, so I've hidden them. Again, please take all this with a huge grain of salt. Now, I am not going to sit here and act like I understand everything as far as the tech talk that's being thrown out there, because I don't. If you want to listen to someone who knows a little bit more about this tech and all that, make sure you check out this new dude on YouTube. He's actually pretty cool. He's been getting a ton of subscribers. His name is Spawnwave on YouTube. Make sure you check out Spawnwave. He is a fantastic YouTuber. It looks like he has some extended knowledge on programming and developing and things like that. Looks like he does it himself. So make sure you check out what he has to say. I'll have a link to his video for all the technical talk. There's going to be 3 parts. He's uploaded part 1. What I'm going to do is just kind of summarize that, the basic stuff for what I understand. So according to this leaks, the dock is not going to have any extra power, which we kind of already figured. There's going to be one USB 3.0, 2 USB 2.0s. Now here's the juicy information. He's saying that the console, the tablet, Nintendo Switch device itself is going to be a 1080p multi-touch screen. He also says that this is going to be, according to these leaks, there's going to be a 4G version of this device, so you can have online gaming on the go, downloading apps and all of that through cell phone towers. It's also going to be much more powerful than the Tegra X1 chip, where some people were saying maybe it's going to be a little bit more powerful or not. According to these leaks from the Foxconn manufacturer, it looks like it's going to be a lot more powerful than the Tegra X1 chip. In addition to that, it will be actively cooled, and based on the information, according to the leak here, Spawnwave is saying that it is going to be as powerful or about as powerful as the Xbox One, and you'd be hard-pressed to tell the difference between the two, which many people were kind of saying that it might reach the Xbox One power level, but Spawnwave and others were thinking that it's probably going to be like half the power or so, or about 2 or 3 times more powerful than the Wii U. It seems like it's going to be pretty much an Xbox One as far as power goes, which is very good considering how small the chip is, considering the Tegra, mobile, all that stuff, mobile processors, mobile device, the fact that you're drawing all of that power out of something so small, whereas an Xbox One is quite large and a PS4 quite large. Very impressive. One of the things that Spawnwave was saying that this could be like the future of devices, considering why would you need to use an x86 CPU and draw out all this power and things like that when you can use an ARM and get this small of a chip and draw out the power that they're drawing. So Nintendo and Nvidia could eventually use the Pascal architecture and more to build upon this and get a system more powerful or as powerful as the PS4 Pro down the line in the future. We also have to wait and see what happens with supplemental computing devices, if that's going to be a thing or not. So overall, I'm super excited about all of this information that's coming out. Yes, a lot of it is speculation, can be rumors at this point, but I'm just excited to see the device and see what Nintendo has to offer. I'm really interested in the 4G gaming as far as what they say with that, being able to download that stuff on the go, because I know Sony tried that with the PS Vita and it failed miserably. So I'm interested to see what Nintendo is going to do to make it a little bit differently. I mean, obviously at this point you can use like McDonald's and other Wi-Fi places to do that. The internet's not necessarily the fastest, so I don't think 4G online gaming on the go is going to be necessarily a thing, but I do think like downloading apps, downloading games on the go, that could be something that is definitely in the pipeline for the Nintendo Switch. I also think that it's pretty cool that it's a 1080p multi-touch screen, if that does turn out to be true, because a lot of people were saying that it's going to be a 720p screen. Still going to be multi-touch, but just a 720p screen. So the fact that they're saying it's going to be 1080p in this is pretty cool. Actively cooled system, so it's not necessarily going to be really loud with the fans and all of that, so that's also really cool there. So let me know what you guys think about all of this stuff in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks, and everything in gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you for the next video. Peace.